Right, jumping right into it. Playing Black. The last great game for the PS2, they called it. So far, it's just really annoying. I was just trying to get to a menu to see if it was had a widescreen mode or not, and I just had to sit through all this pretentious bullshit with like an orchestra, the Hollywood Studio Orchestra, and all this stupid shit. God, this game is... It's just like they wanted video game magazines to think of its greatness, so they made it extra super pretentious.
Very well, Sergeant. Have it your way.
Should have a widescreen progressive scan mode if you're going to be the best game of the PS2. I just hope my screen doesn't freeze. I got a new cord in the mail this morning. I slept all day preparing so I could try to play this. I want to be tired. Oh, my cat's being super clingy and annoying today. He has been. Hate my life. I'm just really sad because my other cat hasn't shown up. My little cat that lived outside. I'm already saying lived outside. I'm already thinking she's gone. It's horrible.
Who was the fourth man?
Gun for hire. Didn't think much of it at the time.
What went wrong?
Shit is so stupid. I remember when it came out. Okay, yeah, you got to remind me I'm on easy difficulty. Yeah, I picked easy difficulty. I've played this game before, but I don't remember this game. I don't remember it taking so fucking long to get to the goddamn game. Jesus Christ. I think I just got a trophy or something for actually sitting through this shit. Nope, no widescreen, no progressive scan. Vibration is off. Turn on the vibration. Why would you have the vibration set it off? I don't understand. Okay, controls are good. Feels modern. Oh, it has the shoulder buttons instead of the triggers to shoot for some reason. Very PS2. Very PS2. No gore. Don't see any blood either. Overabundance of enemies. The last great game for the PS2. Health packs, that's very PS2. God damn. I guess you got to restart the mission. Yeah, well, I didn't reach a checkpoint, so I don't care if the checkpoint was lost. I got my microphone on my hat. Hopefully that'll make the sound a little better. blast the doors. See if I can change the controller options and put it. Not a whole lot of options in this. The last great game for the PS2. Okay, just press down for the health packs. Okay, now it should be alright, now that I know that. I don't know how to crouch. They had a menu of the controls. Maybe I know how to crouch, but... Okay, the crouch is the aim button. I don't like burst fire. Fully automatic. Jesus Christ. I'm just having some serious Mandela effect about this game because I don't remember this being the beginning of the game whatsoever. I don't remember it taking so long for the game to start. You guys, I spared you from that. I was just trying to see if it was in widescreen mode or not, but you wouldn't believe how long I had to sit through this shit. When a game has an orchestra, you know it's pretentious. God damn. I wonder what they were thinking in the PS2 days where they're like, Okay, so we have shoulder buttons or trigger buttons. And the trigger buttons are like shooting a gun, but we're gonna have you shoot the gun with the shoulder buttons. What were they thinking? Supposedly my retro life, everybody thinks he's gonna collaborate with the AVGN. He might be collaborating with Joe from GameSack, or the Happy Console Gamer, or Cousin Manny. So he says it's a long-awaited collaboration. He's already done several collaborations with Cousin Manny. I think that it's Joe from GameSack, because Joe from GameSack lives in Colorado, and my retro life lives in Texas, and Colorado's right above Texas, so that's who I think it is. Happy Console Gamer lives all the way in Canada, and James Rolfe lives in Philadelphia. So I'm thinking pragmatics here. People, there are such things as airplanes, but I forget that because I avoid them at all costs. Got one life left. I think I hate this game. I seriously hate this game. The last great game for the PS2. I'm ready for the PS3 to come out, to be honest with you. Was my health slowly regenerating? That's some PS3 shit. Oh, wait, no, it's not. No health packs. Oh, there's just enemies everywhere in this game. I guess they're just trying to show off that they had, like, all this, I don't know, that's what games try to do, is, like, the more people on screen, the better the game, or something. Okay, Okay, now I know how to throw a grenade. Okay, health packs. This game doesn't want me to stop, apparently. Only carry one weapon at a time. I'll tell you what I don't like about this game. The lack of blood. There's no blood at all. It's unforgivable in a first-person shooter. Especially if it's the last great game for the PS2. Wow. Wow. I do want to save. Because I don't want to ever have to go through that beginning part ever again. Keller J. Okay, I'm Keller J. Keller and Keller. Right now. Yes, autosave. If I wasn't an expert in video games, I would have been stuck at that first level forever. I feel sorry for people who weren't experts like me. They're going to make me embarrass myself and pick easy again. Well, I'm not embarrassed because shit, easy is not easy on this bitch.
Charlie team was down. I wasn't gonna let this guy get away.
Is that Paul Rudd?
In the first floor were clear. I heard movement above and made my way up.
Pretty sure that was Paul Rudd.
I saw him.
The fourth guy?
Yeah, the fourth guy.
The after-action report you filed states he got the drop on you. But he doesn't fire. Why?
He was American. Not Russian, not German, not Chechen. American.
Interesting. And how do you know that?
He spoke to me.
And what did this...
Yes, those children are speaking French. No, they're not French. They're American. They learned it from Muzzy.
And your next assignment?
Doubleheader.
I remember I was in France and I was talking about Muzzy and I said, Je suis la jeune fille. And they were like, well, that means nothing. That doesn't mean anything. That is, and I said, well, Muzzy says that means I'm a little girl.
Only thing right about
Okay? And I trust Muzzy more than you. Okay? Motherfuckers. Supposedly there's a Muzzy there. I downloaded a Muzzy game on the CDI, but a lot of the CDI games don't work because the CDI emulator doesn't include the video device. Because you can buy an extra video device for better FMVs on the. This is what I remember. I started off in level 2. Sorry, I'm texting with my mom. I slept all day, so I got to catch up. You know, I've been worried that my mom knows that I've been buying 3D Blu-rays. I guess she hasn't watched my latest 3D Blu-ray review. That's my new series on the channel, is I review 3D Blu-rays. I guess she hasn't watched it, which is good, because she'd be really mad if she had watched it by now today, and she would be like, why are you buying 3D Blu-rays instead of paying me back? But most of the 3D Blu-rays I bought, as I said, bargain basement prices, cost next to nothing. Those ones are supposed to get here tomorrow, but that I paid way too much for that Friday the 13th Part 3. But you know what? I really, really, really enjoyed it. I really did. I think Friday the 13th Part 3 is my favorite Friday the 13th. I love Jason in it. I mean, if you think about it, it's the real Friday the 13th Part 1. Because everyone, when they think of Jason, they think of the hockey mask. But he doesn't have the hockey mask in 2. And he's just a little boy ghost in 1. So it's the real Friday the 13th Part 1. And it's just... it's very 1983. The other ones are like... you're into the 80s, but the part 1983 is almost the 70s. It feels like a lot of the 70s like carried over into 1983. So that movie, it feels extra old compared to the Corey Feldman and Tristan Glover. One. Somehow Tristan Glover came up in conversation, and I said something about my sister, who Tristan Glover was, and she was really insulted that I had to tell her who Tristan Glover was, because she's like, I fucking know who Tristan Glover is. Or I'm even saying his name wrong, Crispin Glover. Tristan's the fat gay guy on Degrassi: The Next Generation. Crispin Glover, yeah. I feel like the cool people, it's like Crispin Glover's part of the cool people club. And if you tell a cool person who Crispin Glover is, it's like you're assuming that they aren't cool, and you're insulting them. So I insulted her by saying, "Oh, it's the dad off of Back to the Future," and she was like, "Are you sitting here trying to tell me who Crispin Glover is? I fucking know who Crispin Glover is." All right, sorry. Yeah, but Crispin Glover in part 4 does that little dance. He does his little dance routine. He just kind of steals the show. Manages to overshadow Corey Feldman. Why wasn't Corey Feldman in part 5 and 6? Why did they have different actors for Corey Feldman and all those? I don't get it. But yeah, part 3, it's kind of like a remake of part 1, but with Jason. It's like the girl ends up on a boat at the end. Part 3 is very, very good, and I guess it's just kind of like everyone thinks to themselves, "Oh, I wish I had real 3D glasses to really watch this." And they think about while they watch it. That's what I did. And I finally see it in real 3D, and I realize how good it is. And it has it has a really gory part where it has guy that Jason chopped in half with an axe, and it shows him after he's been chopped in half with an axe, and he's just like, looks like a fucking cut in half cow in a slaughterhouse. It's really good. And I was thinking that the German version cut out the nudity, but it had nudity. It had like side boob. But I thought that they would have more nudity than that in Friday the 13th, but I guess there's not as much nudity in part 3. I'm okay with that. I'm very Gen Z. Us Gen Z people, we don't want nudity in our films. Just kidding. I'm an Xennial, elder millennial. I want as much nudity as I can in a film. As much nudity as possible. I have these other 2 3D Blu-rays. I got to review them for the new TV show. It's called Piranha 3D and Piranha 3 Double D. Piranha 3D, it's like graphic nudity. It shows fur burgers, but they're shaved, of course. If you're wondering what a fur burger is, I learned this from Howard Stern show. It's the vagina from behind. I guess it's the vulva from behind. I haven't really figured out the terminology of what a vagina is. Apparently, a vagina is just the hole. And then you got the vulva, the labia minora, and the labia majora. I guess I'm more interested in the vulva, the labia, and the 2 different labias than I am in the actual vagina. Because the vagina is just the hole. There's not much. I guess a spread eagle shot. That's the money shot, right? But nowadays, people seem more into buttholes than anything. I feel like that's the new money shot is buttholes. That's what everyone wants. That's a great way to end this this fucking butthole of a game. So we'll move on to the next game. All right, I feel like I just passed like the ultimate test of this new chord. I was giving my cat her pill like I do every time this time of night, and always the hardest part of the chord that I'm afraid that something's going to happen, freeze the screen. So I slightly nudged the computer or the cord or something like that. So I was doing everything I could in my power to not hit the cord. But I got my space heater propped in front of the door so my cats can stay extra warm. And I kneed the computer itself with my leg. So, but it didn't freeze. So fingers crossed. All right, I've played this game before on the CRT. Well, this game in particular, the whole thing, Midway Arcade Treasure. So I always play, but I just need this game right now. Oops. They had this game. We had a place called Brandon Indoor Soccer. I've never done something where I've pressed a button and actually lost credits before. Before Brandon Indoor Soccer, we played Indoor Soccer and Temple Terrace. And Brandon Indoor Soccer, they had an amazing arcade. They had Ninja Warriors in it. Full double screen, widescreen Ninja Warriors. But the Temple Terrace Indoor Soccer place had this game. And you see that orange thing at the top? That was like a little toy. They recreated it with 3D graphics on this, but it's an actual physical little toy spaceship, and there's kind of like a holographic effect, kind of like discs of Tron for the sprites here. So I remember that no one remembers this game, probably because it was like hard to keep up. The little toy probably broke all the time, so probably a lot of these games got thrown in the trash. But I'll never forget seeing that little toy. They had all these rare arcade games I'd never seen before in my life at this Temple Terrace Indoor Soccer. I got sucked in. Yeah, the little toy would spin around like that 3D thing that's spinning around right there. I like that this game's a twin stick shooter. But it's really all about the toy gimmick. I mean, it probably looked really cool too with these Discs of Tron type sprites kind of floating along the plane. It's all about the toy UFO. Uh-oh. Get caught up in the space dust. Oh, I got dusted. Oh, jeez Louise. I hate fucking snow. I used to like it. But this last snow, it's still, there's the whole fucking place is still covered in snow. And I don't know what happened to my cat Eloise. The day it started snowing, I heard the guy with the loudspeaker thing on his Jeep. I figured out it's a Jeep. I went down to his house and found him. I know he drives a Jeep. I thought he ran her over because he was yelling, "Get the fuck out of the road," and stuff like that, because she stays in the middle of the road. I've tried to tell her so many times, don't stay in the middle of the fucking road. But I've had her for literally 5 years. So it's pretty much the 5-year anniversary, because I remember she came around, it was snowing. My dog, she would stay out in the front right before the year she died. And she'd come eat the dog food in the snow. That was 5 years ago, around the Super Bowl, and we're about to see the Super Bowl. So it's been 5 years. I've had her 5 years. She survived the snow every time, but this past snow was just wicked, man. And it was like -8 at one point. I think it's getting to like -8 tonight. It's been in the negatives consistently since it snowed Saturday, and today is what, Thursday. So it's been a fucking tundra, Arctic wasteland since Saturday night, and I haven't seen her since Saturday. Um, Tuesday morning, or maybe Monday morning, I heard a cat meowing. My cat Lobos, my other stray cat that I feed, he was outside. My cat Shredder, he was like wandering around the house. I thought it was him meowing. But then he was with me in my room and I heard another meow. I looked everywhere. I looked outside. I looked on the back porch. I looked on the front porch. I looked everywhere. I should have crawled under the crawl space, but I don't know. Now I'm thinking, what if that was Eloise and she was like in some kind of peril? And I could have saved her. There's nothing more sad than losing a cat. I'll tell you what. Really fucking sad. Um, my last little shred of hope is that there's an elderly lady that lives down the street that's lived here her whole life. She takes Eloise into her house. I didn't pick this fucking game. Ugh. She takes Eloise into her house, and then my neighbor across the street takes Eloise into her house. So that's my Hail Mary, is that she's in one of these people's houses. Otherwise, she was either run over or froze to death. It's just fucking heartbreaking, man. I love that cat. I've tried to bring her in my house so many times. I bought her a little house that she could live in the cold. It's like insulated. Told her to stay out of the fucking street. I've done everything I could. But when you have a feral, she's a feral cat. Well, she was feral when I met her. She did not interact with humans. That's a feral cat. A stray cat will interact with humans. I saw her go from feral to stray to, I would say she is a domesticated cat, because she goes in these other people's houses. She just won't go in my house because she's afraid of my cat Gabby. So I've seen her grow and bloom into a wonderful cat, and I just feel empty inside. I slept all day, just going fucking crazy, stuck in this goddamn house. This has to be the worst winter storm that I've experienced since I moved here, I think. This has to be the worst fucking video game menu I've ever seen in my life, too. I'm the embodiment of misery right now. I'm going to call this Misery Loves Gaming. But I don't think I can take this anymore, this fucking menu. What the fuck, bro? Okay, I gotta play another. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna play another game. Most people don't even remember State of Emergency. But definitely nobody remembers State of Emergency 2, because I don't. It's not even a Rockstar game. Rockstar made State of Emergency 1. Digital Concept, South Peak Interactive. Yeah, most people, you know, they forgot State of Emergency existed. I feel like it was kind of overshadowed by Dead Rising. Was that the name of the game? Yeah, I think it's Dead Rising, where you're in the mall with all the zombies. There's a million zombies all over the place. I feel like that was like the original Dead Rising was State of Emergency, but instead of zombies, it was people. Okay, options, easy. They got widescreen on this bitch. Oh, they got widescreen. I'm gonna have to go back and change the settings to widescreen because we want widescreen. Let's go back into the menu of the Batocera and change it to widescreen. I'll be right back. All right, I put it in widescreen, but it's not in widescreen right now, and I have my game settings on widescreen. So we'll see if it's in widescreen. So we'll give it a shot. See if it's in widescreen. I'm a sucker for widescreen. It has no progressive scan option, which is disappointing. But at least it has widescreen, or does it? I guess that's widescreen to them. This TV's too new to have like a zoom function and shit, I think. DC Studios. I don't know what DC Studios is. That DC Comics? Let's see. See if I can. Yeah, this TV doesn't have a zoom function. This isn't 2010. There's no fucking zoom function on this. It's the best widescreen we got. I guess it looks more widescreen on the computer capture I'm looking at right here than it looks on my TV. I'm in shock that it hasn't frozen yet. I'm so used to the freezing.
Roger that. Here they are. Justice Corp Maximum Security Prison. Okay, I'm sending you the blueprints now.
Got him.
It's a solid cord. It's a good cord. It's braided. I like braided cords. Apparently the cords that come with the capture card, they just crap the bed after a while. They're just shitty cords. And I've had that cord. I've had this since like 2023. Now we're in 2026, so.
Looks like you'll have to finish the plan without me, freak.
Anna Price, you're under arrest.
Libra? Libra. Shit.
I'm a Libra. Actually, I'm on the cusp of Virgo Libra. My birthday is September 23rd. So I guess it's a lot of people say it's the first day of Libra. A lot of people say September 24th is the first day of Libra. So I don't know. I don't have a I can't make up shit explaining my personality because of the day I was born, because I fall into the cusp.
This plan had better work.
And some people like have their moon sign to explain their personality, their rising sign to explain their personality.
¿Qué pasa?
Spanky. It's Freedom.
Um,
Is your guy in place?
You better believe it, Holmes. This is gonna be some show.
use all kinds of ways to explain their personality, but I think I think my moon sign and my rising sign are both Virgo, so I'm pretty much all Virgo except for a little bit of Libra. A little bit of Libra. But when I used to read my horoscopes, I always read Libra. I never read Virgo. I don't like to think of myself as a virgin, but I guess I am. Now my cat's humping me. I knew that's why he was acting weird. He's licking my face, wandering around the house, hiding in boxes. He just all has this ritual that he leads up to. He thinks he's fooling me, but I knew from the moment that I sat here and he started licking my face that he was on the path to start humping me. He's probably been trying to hump me since he woke me up earlier today. He's a predator. In prison, when someone's going to rape you, they'll wait around and plan it. Especially if they're a lifer, if they got a life sentence, they'll wait around for months planning the rape, but they'll meticulously plan it out until they finally fulfill their goal, because they have all the time in the world, and that's part of the dance. That's part of the game
So I tell him, look,
of the
China for you and your third world cronies.
eventual rape is that the planning stage, and that's what my cat does. He just plans it out. Here's another game that uses the shoulder buttons instead of the triggers to shoot. Very PS2. Yeah, I need a nice game with violence and blood to oh, it even has a severed limb. I needed this after playing that horrible, shitty black game. I wanted to play Total Carnage on Midway Arcade Treasures, get my blood fix. That fucking game was a disaster. So it's good to finally win one.
You cut that a little close. You're alive,
This game's super dark. Any options? Brightness options, audio and video settings. No brightness options. Game settings, is there brightness option? Nope. Guess we're just gonna have a dark ass game. At least I'm not playing it on my Sony XBR 55X 850C, because if I was playing it on that, there would be some IPS glow and clouding. It's weird because like some things on that TV have IPS glow and some things don't. I've not noticed any like IPS glow on any of the 3D games or 3D movies. But I have a digital copy of The Lost Boys 4K on 4 different streaming platforms, or 3: Amazon, Fandango, and Movies at Home. And they all have the IPS glow, even on the screen itself, not just the corners. You're watching the show and you got glow. Same thing, I was trying to enjoy Bram Stoker's Dracula on my nice TV, because that's like a very visually impressive movie. Like, and just lots of IPS glow on that one. Netflix has get off of me. Netflix has podcasts now, and there's a podcast called Conspiracies, where this guy, he's in an all black room, and it's just him surrounded in black, and there's so much IPS glow, and I watched it just to like, as exposure therapy, just to really deal with the IPS glow. So I'm getting more used to it. I'm just gonna have to get used to this IPS glow. It's not going anywhere. Hold on, I gotta deal with this fucking cat. All right, I got my other cat in here. She stops him usually from the awful, disgusting things he does to me. So I got my bodyguard in here with me, Gabby. Hey, Gabby. The only problem with Miss Gabby is she does protect me from. Oh, that was a good shotgun shot right there. She does protect me from his evil ways, but now she expects me to wait on her hand and foot. She sticks her little paw out. She says, "Give me water, give me food." So we're gonna have to pause for another second and go grab her water and food, because she is the queen. Hello, queen. Hello, Queen Gabby. All right, she drinks water for a very long time, because for some reason, even though I leave water out all over the house, I try to make it as like accessible as possible. She has mobility issues. I try to make it like I have water everywhere around the house. She won't drink it unless it's out of a specific water dish, and I hand feed it to her. Same thing with food. I leave food out. I even have like a little lap desk I leave on my bed with her food, her water, her everything. And she just won't eat it unless she eats it. Then I'm right there. But at least she doesn't hump me like my other cat does. You gotta take the. You gotta measure out what's the good and the bad. You gotta cut your losses. You gotta, whatever the phrase is, you gotta appreciate what you got. And well, she does expect me to be her servant, as she is the queen. At least she's not perverted. Oh, this game's kind of hard, actually. It's different than the first State of Emergency 2. There's like more strategery. You don't just run around in the mall. This is like... have to do more hiding behind the corner and stuff. I like the setting though. You're like a prison break. This is not a bad game. It's just different than the other State of Emergency. Apparently this month Rockstar Games let a terminally ill patient play Grand Theft Auto 6 before they died. And all I could think was, well, if you're letting a terminally ill patient play Grand Theft Auto 6 right before they died, why can't I play it? If it's obviously playable now, if a terminally ill person's playing it, why can't I play it? That's what I'm just kidding. But it's probably like a beta version. They want to iron out the fucking game, make it perfect, or otherwise all the motherfucker it could turn it could very much turn into Cyberpunk very quickly. That's the kind of thing they got to watch out for. They got to make sure it's not a Cyberpunk situation, a game that takes forever to come out and then is a buggy mess for the first year that it's out. They don't want that to happen. So they're taking their time with that shit. And apparently the PS6 isn't coming out anytime soon, anywhere from 2028 to 2030. So that was my biggest complaint about Grand Theft Auto 6. This is like, I bought the PS5 because I want to play Grand Theft Auto 6 on it. And now it's not going to come out until until the PS5 is done and the PS6 comes out. Now that I know we got another 2 to 4 years left of the PS5, I'm not so upset about Grand Theft Auto 6 taking forever. And Wolverine too. I've been waiting forever for Wolverine to come out. And now it's finally coming out this year too. This is going to be a great year for gaming. I guess it kind of feels like the PS5 has finally come out. They're finally having the games that I want out on it. Maybe that's why I didn't get a PS3 for so long. It's because, like, especially at launch, there wasn't really anything that I was all that interested in playing. Grand Theft Auto 4 came out, I guess, around a year after launch. I ended up getting a PS3 about a year after that, give or take. I think what made me finally decide to, yes, I'm getting a PS3. Well, I got the PS3 when my friend Tony jumped off the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. Died. And then I was like, I'm going to buy a PS3. And I named it Tony. Because he was just sitting in a chicken coop talking to a drawing of Calvin and Hobbes he had drawn on a lampshade, just talking to himself all day. And I was just thinking, like, maybe he wouldn't have killed himself if he just had a PS3. If he just sit there and play PS3. So I bought a PS3. But what made me decide to buy a PS3 in my mind was that Splatterhouse was coming out on the PS3, and I said, I gotta play a new Splatterhouse. And it had all the old Splatterhouses on it. So, even though Splatterhouse 3, somehow they lost the rights to the digitized cutscenes, so all the digitized cutscenes were drawings. And now that I have like several copies of Splatterhouse 3 on Genesis, Batocera, capture cards, I can appreciate the drawings of the cutscenes. All right, we've played this game for too long. I'm not going to get anywhere in this. All right, I want 32-bit bouncing boobs, the original bouncing boobs. I need the bouncing boobs because, as I said earlier in this playthrough, I'm miserable. What can make me less miserable? Bouncing boobs. I can heal me. I just keep looking outside for my cat. Hoping she'll come back. I'm definitely calling the cops on PA Jeep Man. I don't know if there's like a warrant out for my arrest or something, so I have to make an anonymous tip. There are, as far as I know, there's no warrant for my arrest because there's a website where you can check to see if there's warrants for your arrest. But I've mentioned this before. A detective came to my house and left a business card on my door. So I've been paranoid ever since then. So I'm not going into the police station because they'll end up fucking me. One time my house got broken into, and the cop came in and was looking around, and he found a weed pipe. I thought he was going to arrest me, but he just made me smash it. And that same cop showed up when they tried to charge me with a weed DUI. Sweet bouncing boobs. It's like, I'm just going to do anonymous tips. I have to talk to my lawyer, my sister, and ask her about how anonymous tips work. So, but I'll wait until it warms up. If my cat doesn't show up, I'm calling the cops on Monster Truck Jeep PA system guy. Because if anything, he's going around the neighborhood. We got kids in this neighborhood. He's going around the neighborhood screaming the F word on his stupid PA on his fucking Monster Truck Jeep. With his small penis. Yeah, I lost a subscriber when I talked about penis size on one of my I guess it was my last, was it a CRT? Yeah, it was a CRT playthrough. Talked about penis size, and I enlisted it right after I posted it, but then the next day I was like, I don't give a fuck what people have to say. I'm gonna talk about penis size. I was watching Reiki with Anna, and her latest video is about being confident. And I like her take on confidence. She says people like to be around confident people because it makes them feel at ease and safe. I get that now. And confidence is just unapologetically being you and not caring about what other people think. That's what she says confidence is. I always thought being confident was being an asshole. And people always say, oh, if you want a girlfriend, you just got to be confident. And girls love assholes and all this kind of shit. And that's why I've always revolted against being confident. But I like her take on confidence. So I'm going to try to be confident in the Reiki with Anna way. I like that idea. And I'm not doing it with some kind of hidden agenda to try to get girls. I have these pixelated bouncing boobs. That's all the girls I need in my life. But it would be nice to make people feel safe around me. So I'm just going to say the most offensive, fucked up, unapologetic, sexually inappropriate things I possibly can say to make people feel safe around me, okay? So fuck you, whoever unsubscribed. I guess you're not watching it. You unsubscribed because I talked about penis size. But I'm just separating the wheat from the chaff. I don't want an audience that can't handle the discussion of penis size. You can't handle the discussion of penis size? This is not the right channel for you. And what the fuck are you doing on the internet? All the internet cares about is penis size, so. Go watch PBS while you still can. You good baby. You see how demanding this Miss Kitty is? That's why she's the queen. But I love her. And she has cancer. She's been a cancer survivor for almost 2 years now, which is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. So she deserves to be waited on hand and foot. But she's a little bit weird. Like, she always wants something. I have to offer her everything to figure out what she wants. I'm thinking she might want a squeezy treat right now. She just got scared of her food. She gets scared of her food. And she gets scared of squeezy treats. I gave her a squeezy treat the other day. She straight up jumped right off the chair. And she has bad knees, so it was like, that was not good. Why'd you even ask for the squeezy treat? You're scared of it and make you jump off the chair. I thought she was going to relapse into not being able to walk again. But she can walk to the potty. That's all that matters. This is way harder than the Dreamcast version. So I guess I'm going to go get a squeezy treat after this last round where I'm definitely going to lose again. And move on to the next game. It's going to be a long, miserable stream, but I don't give a fuck because I'm glad that that it hasn't frozen. This is the light at the end of the tunnel in my life of shit. Anyone who's lost a cat knows what I'm going through right now. There's nothing worse in the world. I mean, when you lose a dog, you're like, dogs don't live that long. So if they're like 10, 12 years old, you're like, they lived a nice long life. But a cat can live to like 30. So when you lose a cat, you're like, I don't know, you don't think they're gonna die, and it's really, really, really sad. Soccer Kid's back. This time on the Amiga. The original Soccer Kid. The Soccer Kid that started it all. And it's supposed to be a good Soccer Kid as well. Time for a cup of tea. Some Maltesers. Some wine gums. A full English. And Soccer Kid. On the Amiga 1200. Yep, I was right. She wanted to squeeze up. She wanted a squeezy treat. her favorite flavor is chicken, and we're running low, and I managed to find a chicken, so it's her lucky day. I think I prefer the 3DO version. It's the pinnacle of Soccer Kid because it has the Soccer Kid voiceovers. And that's the Soccer Kid I grew up on. The Soccer Kid has more of a somber mood with the music and everything in it. Many miles away, Soccer Kid is at home watching this on TV, and an alien is stealing the World Cup, sparing not a thought for his safety. He will find and return the trophy to the USA in time for the World Cup final. Oh, that's a good little cutscene here. The Amiga is capable of quite interesting feats. Ready for action, dressed with his best kit, with his ball under his arm, nothing will stop him from his quest to return the cup. Well, it's good to know the plot of Soccer Kid, because I never knew the plot until I played this version, so. Well, I'm English. The Queen's English. Right. Options. Exit. Start game. Start Soccer Kid. Beginning in England. It didn't say kickoff. I believe there's only one button on the old Amiga. Oh, there's two. Yep, this is definitely Soccer Kid. This is the Soccer Kid I know. Oh, what happened here? What did I do? Oh, Lord. You see, it's hard to understand the mapping out of the Amiga buttons. No, I didn't change the controls from the Saturn button mapping, so. Good scrolling on Soccer Kid for the Amiga, innit? That was id Software's first big accomplishment in games, is they got Super Mario Brothers 3 to scroll on a computer, because computers couldn't scroll, only the Nintendo could scroll. Let's go from screen to screen before that, and then of course they couldn't release Super Mario Brothers 3. I think they tried. Nintendo laughed them out of the boardroom. Nintendo likes to do that. They like to laugh people out of the boardroom. They laughed Microsoft out of the boardroom when they wanted to buy Nintendo. But yeah, they made Commander Keen, or maybe Dangerous Dave, I don't know, one of those games, as their version of Mario, with scrolling on a computer. A little bit of video game history. You know, I like to give a little bit of video game history on this channel. You can call me Norm the Gaming Historian if you'd like. Except I actually make content. He hasn't made content in years, but he's still stealing people's Patreon money. Yeah, it's good to play Soccer Kid in his original form on the Amiga. Good to see the beginnings of Soccer Kid. The OG Soccer Kid as well, in it. This is the OG Soccer Kid. The beginning of Soccer Kid. His humble beginning as Soccer Kid. The way Soccer Kid was meant to be. This is the Soccer Kid we know and love here in the old jolly old England. Jolly old England. I was told by some blokes from Leeds that my English accent was horrible. It sounded like Dick Van Dyke out of Mary Poppins, innit? Well, I said, you're from Leeds and I'm from Yorkshire, so fuck off. Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. Star Wars on the Amiga, innit? Looks like we got some problems with the old controller though, innit? Might have to switch controllers. Might have to switch to the old PS2 controller, innit? Oh wait. Oh no. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Yeah, we'll try to switch to another controller here, innit? Alright, these controls are working, but they're a bit convoluted, innit? Pause button is square. Alright, the trigger is left trigger, I believe. This feels good to be playing it on the Amiga, innit? Can't get out of my soccer kid affectation. What's the name of that bloke that played Abraham Lincoln? It's stuck in my character. Even while eating at food services, I'm still in character, soccer kid. This is a pretty shitty Star Wars, isn't it? For the Amiga. Pretty horrible. Time to move on. I'm going to make it the last game because of this must be the longest video of all time. I'm going to play a CDI game and try to snap out of this British accent as well. Right, last game of the night. Mystic Midway, rest in pieces. Yeah, sorry if this video was too long, but I kind of feel like I've been in a wheelchair with this freezing screen. I'm finally walking again now that I have a new cord. So, I had to try out my new sea legs. I had to get used to walking again. It's a new era for the channel. This freezing's been going on for a month. I remember it started on Christmas Day. So, a little over a month. So it sucked ass. Hopefully this new method of putting my microphone on my hat is going to make better sound too without interference. That's been a real big problem. This is really good at FMV without having the video card for the CDI. Action. Isn't as good as the other Mystic Midway. The other Mystic Midway is like a roller coaster. This is like some shooting gallery. I almost bought a 3D Blu-ray. I thought it was The Mummy with Brendan Fraser, but it was called American Mummy. Like the American part was like kind of small, so I'm glad I caught that before I did, because that would have sucked. All right. All right. All right. Jesus fucking criminy. This game sucks. Shot that fucking skeleton. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a how to fix your screen from freezing on Streamlabs video, because I figured it out. You just buy a new cord. I made a video on how to fix a glitch in Mortal Kombat X, which came out in like 2013. And that still gets views. That's still helping people out. Thousands of views. So fuck you, you fat fucking motherfucker. Get a haircut. Fuck off. All right, hopefully I'll be in a better mood for the next stream, but I'm glad that my screen didn't freeze, so I guess I'll slowly but surely get into a better mood. Have a good one. Bye-bye.